further ado, let's jump right into it. I'm gonna start right now, and the timer starts when the loading screen ends. So it will be. Prepare now. Okay, so this is Dark Souls 2. One of the this is the follow-up of Dark Souls 1, which has got kind of some criticism, but I still think it's a great game. First of all, the controller issues were kind of an issue, and I'm running on an Xbox 360 controller now, which is the first time I've ever held it, so this is gonna be just fine. Reflex, right? Reflex. Right. We start as Explorer with a bonfire aesthetic, and that is gonna come in later. Oh god. Oh. It's really odd to have the the D-pad below the joystick here. Alright, but we're gonna make it work. Oh my god. So, what we're gonna do here is it's any percent current patch. So we're gonna try to beat the game on current patch as fast as possible. The old patch is, well, kind of broken, I would say. So we're not running that as of now. The first objective is to get past the Shrine of Winter, and normally you do that by beating all the lords. Nice throw. But there's a faster way, luckily. And that way involves killing one certain boss a couple of times, and that couple is gonna be 4. So yeah, you're gonna see some boss farming coming on. It's kind of meh, but yeah, I mean, it's the fastest way to do it, and it's way better than doing the other strat for any percent. So I'm using auto run from time to time, but since I kind of have to get used to this, I'm kind of running out of stamina quite a lot. Right, so this menu went at least somewhat better. Oh my god, what the fuck. I'm gonna do some menuing here, where I do this, and place this there, and this like here. Picking up a homeward bone here for later purposes. Yeah, we're gonna make our way to the first level here. The first boss is gonna be the Last Giant, and the Last Giant is a boss with... First of all, the hitbox in this game have not been the best, so you're gonna see me, hopefully not, but there's a chance you're gonna see me getting hit where you're like doubting if that actually hit me, and that's gonna happen with a couple of fights. Yeah, just trying, this is the first part of RNG. We got kind of decent RNG here, baiting out 2 attacks. And it's got me through the fog gate. The new, it's only in Dark Souls 2, I think. You're not immune at fog gates all the time. So there's a certain period where you're not immune. So you have to bait out some attacks from enemies to make it through the fog gate. Like here, baiting out some attacks. Right, he's not following me. So taking the first bonfire here, and I'm gonna buy something from this old lady here. I'm gonna buy a club as a weapon. I'm gonna buy 2 fire bombs. And now is the first part where the game can really decide how this run is gonna look like. Alright, that's good at least. This explosion is somewhat random-ish. It's not completely random, but sometimes you do like 2 times the same setup and it doesn't work 1 of the 2 times. So it's interesting to say at least. But it works, so that's fine. Here's some more baiting out of the enemy's attacks to get through the fog gate. We're gonna pop the soul and we're gonna level up. Alright, heal up. And here's gonna be the first boss fight, the last giant. Here's a simple moveset. You just wait for him to attack with his feet, and then you can attack. And that's the first boss down. So we're buying 3 bright bucks and the key here, and we're gonna talk to her to send her back to the main hub. So, alright, so we've done that. I'm gonna explain the bright buck and the key here. The key makes us able to upgrade my weapon, and that's kind of useful, I guess, to deal more damage and stuff. And the bright buck increases my damage by 20% and gets damage intake reduced by 20% as well. So that's really nice. So I'm sorry if I'm doing menuing standing still, but menuing while moving is really difficult for me right now. Here's the first fight, and you roll there, and after it you shoot him with the ballista, and he kind of dies quite easily. Right, so that's the pursuer. First the boss is down. Like everything I do later on also, killing enemies, popping souls, stuff like that, all is because I need 1 million souls at mid-game to open the Shrine of Winter. And after that it's gonna be considered like late game, I guess. We got a good spawn here from the lady. Right, you're gonna level 10 and 12. 10 endurance, 12 dexterity, because we have the souls for it. Here we're gonna buy the rapier as our main weapon, a couple of arrows. We're gonna buy us a couple of shards as well and upgrade the weapon. So once we've done that, we are gonna make our way to the cat. Oh my god. And from the cat we're gonna buy the cat ring, which gets rid of, not completely gets rid of, but reduces fall damage at least. And we're gonna equip it. I never equipped it. It's one. No. What is going on? Ah, no, I'm serious. This is really the controller. This is going already.
Controller's not broken.
No.
Sure, it's a user.
Mm-hmm. Is there auto ball recovery? Camera auto. Oh. Oh, that makes sense. And oh my god. Yeah, this is the first parkour part of the run. So there are not really that many parkour parts of it, but yeah. Killing the lizard here for the soul, for the upgrade materials, that you're gonna use later on. Nice jump. And we're gonna continue on with the level with some more parkouring. Oh, nice. We do the parkouring to take reduced damage, fall damage here. Taking the bonfire because there's a lovely mechanic in this game called baby jumps. What baby jumps are is you jump and you get reduced jump length. And since there are quite a few jumps in this game that are dependent on the jump length, it can really mess things up. Right? Didn't get one here. They are not really random, but they are dependent on frame drops. So as long as your frame rate is stable, you're not gonna get a lot of baby jumps. But there are instances where your frame rate is not stable and you're gonna get them. Also things like variety and like the angle of your, the way the ground is, depends. So that can give you extra baby jumps as well. See, I'm gonna equip the homeward bones and the bright bug. Gonna use the bright bug here for the next fight. Here's some dodging of the poison. We're gonna get. You can get hit once by the poison, that's fine. And here we're gonna take a bonfire that we're gonna use later to farm this fairy boss. And we're gonna buff our weapon, and then we're gonna fight the rotten. Hello. Normally I would do this at the end of the fight, the equipping of the armor, but since I gotta get used to the controller, yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. The armor is very important. Didn't tell you, I killed a merchant, and killing that merchant gives you this armor. And the armor actually gives you more souls. Nice. No. The bad thing about this boss, he can be really passive, and this is like absolutely the worst attack he can do. Oh, and this is the best attack he can do, but I was completely out of position here. Rotten, hello. Oh my god, Rotten, could you please attack me? Right, that's Rotten down. Right, I got the soul, I got the other stuff. I will be two-handing my left-hand weapon a lot in this run. What that is doing, it will skip some certain animations, which saves like half a second each time I open a door, open a chest, stuff like that. Yeah, that will add up over the course of the run. Right. So equipping a soul here, the soul of the rotten, and oh, I need a bow as well. There we go. So the bow is for the aiming a certain jump that's coming up. The bow setups are really nice since you use a backstep and the aim to get like minimize the chance you get a baby jump. It's still possible, so I hope hopefully I don't get it, but yeah, let's just see how it goes here. Yeah, I was so much to the left there. That's a shame. I didn't equip the arrows. You're focused on other things so much right now than actually the run, and that's kind of a shame. But this is the DLC, so you would normally ask like, why would you do the DLC in any percent? But the DLC contains a ring called the Flint's Ring, which increases your attack by quite a bit. Other than that, there's an item in this DLC that we really need. It's called a bonfire aesthetic that I also picked as a starting gift. What the bonfire aesthetic does is it will... How do I say that? It will respawn the area. Oh no, the... Well, that's what you get when there's haste. If you had a certain setting here, this will go all much quicker. But yeah, didn't really time to set it up. Alright, we're gonna shoot that. Shoot this. Gonna shoot that again. It turns the contraption there. And we shoot. Oh my god, what the fuck? Alright. And then we're gonna shoot it again. Now, I bought the alluring skulls from the cat lady, and the alluring skulls have a nice feature that enemies will chase them. So we're gonna throw one at the roof, and this enemy has no idea what to do anymore and goes and chases the skull. Right. This is a trap chest, but it's fine. So here we pick up the aesthetic I was talking about. Alright, so equipping the soul here, and we're gonna get flints right away. And there is a donation, so you can go ahead with that.
So we just got another €3 donation from Mr. Boyer saying, Brochadora Quattro Hedge.
Thank you for the donation. Okay, so Flint's Ring get... now we're gonna burn something in this bonfire, and that something is gonna be a bonfire aesthetic. So right now the Rotten is alive again. Ooh. And we're gonna go and kill him later on a couple of more times to get that sweet 1 million souls. But for now, we're gonna leave this place alone for a bit. Using a soul while talking to her here, and then leveling up 14, 20, and 30. Okay, equipping flints here, an R1 and R2. Gonna talk to this guy.
I'll be around.
R1, R1, R1. Right, so now we cannot upgrade the weapon anymore. But that's fine, since we don't need to. Let's keep the armor on, I guess. So next up we're gonna get 2 items. One is the gold pine resin, and the other one is gonna be the red tearstone ring. And the red tearstone ring, as people who watch the Dark Souls 1 runs are familiar with, will boost your damage while at low HP. So I'm gonna get poisoned for the rotten, and that will put me right into red tearstone ring range. It's like below 30% health. And what that does is increase my attack by like 20%. It's all these things together. Like once you burn a bonfire static, you actually like increase the difficulty of that area. So you technically make the area go into New Game Plus. And as it's in New Game Plus, obviously bosses have more HP and deal more damage. So yeah, to get so the boss have more HP, deal more damage, and give more souls. So that's also needed for the 1 million soul memory thing. So we're gonna make our way through this forest here and go into the shaded wood soon. And the shaded wood, there are lovely little friends that want to chase you and hunt you down and kill you. So they're not really nice, but we're gonna try and avoid getting one of those friends in the place we're gonna be. So taking this bonfire for later purposes, so we can warp here. That's a nice little feature that Dark Souls 2 added from Dark Souls 1. You can warp to any bonfire at any point in the game. Like in Dark Souls 1 there was a lot of backtracking going on. And that was one of the points that was kind of annoying. It doesn't make the game really that much more interesting or hard or anything, it's just annoying. Right, we did not get a ghost. Right, and here we are gonna buy 12. And we're gonna dark side. So getting the gold pine resin here, and now on my way to the red tearstone ring, which is not really as on the way as in Dark Souls 1, but still like valuable to pick up. It saves more time than it wastes, so obviously you're gonna use it. So with the Artisar and the gold pine resin, we are good to go and kill some more bosses. And pick up the last aesthetic, the bonfire aesthetic. So equipping the red tearstone ring here. I'm not gonna use it for the Sentinels fight because it saves like 1 or 2 hits and it makes the fight unnecessarily risky. Basically the red tearstone ring only saves time if there is a, in this game at least, if there is like a completely free setup. And for some bosses there is, but for some bosses the setup takes so long to get actually hit that it's way better to just do it with full health. Right, so this is the Rune Sentinel fight. It is one of the best music in the game, I feel. Right, and we're just gonna strafe all of his attacks. And that's the first down. Unluckily there are 3 of these guys. Right, give me some good attacks here. Right, so this is the Rune Sentinel fight. It is one of the best music in the game, I feel. Right, and we're just gonna strafe all of his attacks. And that's the first down. Unluckily there are 3 of these guys. Give me some good attacks here. Right, give me some good attacks here. That's some really good attack. It's 4 counter hits. Nice. Alright, they are killed, and that's nice. So I'm picking up some souls on the way, like this, and before picking up the gold pine resin, I also picked up the soul, and those are all for the soul memory. Like the soul memory is so tight that if you forget one soul, the run is over. To give you an example, I talked to a couple of the runners of this game, what their lowest soul memory was at the end, like when it was really required to get like the 1 million. And the closest someone ever gotten was 1,200,000 souls. So it's really, really tight. Also, these enemies here, I have to kill one of them. It's all these little things that add up to the soul memory, like this. What? There's another 387 times souls, I mean. And we're gonna go here. And that's the last bonfire set that we're gonna pick up, and we're gonna warp out. So we're gonna go say hi to the Rotten again. This is the farming session of the game, and I am hollowed, so I am gonna use this. There's a mechanic that Dark Souls 2 introduced, but actually it was in Demon Souls already. Oh my god. So, right, getting poisoned here. Not giving me the best RNG here. I'm gonna attack his arm as much as possible, because attacking his arm, if you do it enough, you can make his arm fall off, and it makes the fast a lot easier, or a lot faster. Also, I don't really like the position you're in right now, Rotten. This guy, dude. This guy. Right, that's one Rotten down. So as you might have noticed, you get souls from all the bosses in this game, and if you kill this guy in New Game Plus, you actually get 2 souls, the Soul of the Rotten obviously, and the Old Dead One soul, which highly implies that the soul of Nito in Dark Souls 1 actually carried over into this guy. Right, it's gonna use a Bright Bug. There we go, we cut his arm. And he can still attack with it, he's gonna try at least. But you can easily strafe it. Now, this makes the fight a lot easier. And faster. The thing is though, we're in so low amount of health that if Rotten hits me with his little stump thingy, he can still kill me. Which is quite unfortunate, but hey. It's Dark Souls and everything kills you in Dark Souls. Even chess, if you know what I mean. So this is gonna be the last time we're gonna kill Rotten. right bug for increased damage. Like, keep in mind that Rotten is at this kind of difficulty that I'm in New Game Plus 3. Yeah. So yeah, it's getting more difficult, or like it's not difficult. Like his attacks are the same. However, his HP increases obviously. The grab is really annoying because when enemies in this game grab you, they get hyper armor, so they take... What the fuck? Yeah, just an invasion cancel there? Okay, interesting. So when enemies grab you in this game, they get hyper armor. That means their poise is really high, but more importantly, they take like 0 damage. Right, that's the rotten farm. So we basically killed all the rottens we need, and we can go back and level up. So normally in any other Souls game you would have killed the 4 lords. Like in Dark Souls 1 you have Seath, Nito, Bed of Chaos and 4 Kings. And in this game you can, but you don't have to. There you go, 1,001,446. So at least I didn't miss any souls or anything. That would be really unfortunate. Because the backup, well, there is kind of no backup, so you kind of have to improvise. And yeah, because you have 1 million souls, you can level up quite a lot. Oh, what? Nice double roll. And we go here. So with 1 million souls in the pocket, we can open up the Shrine of Winter and proceed into mid-game. Nice placement of the D-pad. Alright, so I just show you, yeah, it was a really bit quickly, but in the top right corner it shows 1,001,446. So there's no reason for this door not to open now. It's a bit symbolic. If you kill all the 4 lords, the doors open out of itself. But if you do get 1 million souls, you kind of have to like break the seal yourself. So you have to open the door manually. It's kind of a nice, one of the nice little features that From Software implemented in this game. So yeah, basically is now go and clean up the rest. I remapped the button of auto run on my PC, so I kind of accidentally pressed the spacebar instead of X. That made me roll. So yeah, I'm not wearing any armor anymore, since armor slows down your stamina regeneration, the green bar under the health. And I needed it for the souls, but now it's not really needed anymore. So yeah, Dragon Lake Castle, you're gonna see this place at the very last part of the game as well. So yeah, here there are these 2 statues and these 2 guys. And if you kill the guys who are near the statues, you don't absorb the soul, but the statues will. And the statues will like open the door for you. This guy can come over here. See, that one turned blue, and this one is turning blue as well, or white, or whatever. And they will open the door for me now. Right. this is gonna be a little bit of a run through of an area with another bonfire I have to grab for late game. So this gives me some time to talk about the lore, I guess. Same as in Dark Souls 1, you're an undead, and you have to seek out for souls. That's what they tell you, and go and seek the king, whatever that means. And once you like progress up into the game, you're told to link the fire, and as the introduction woman says to you, once the fire is linked, all souls will flourish in you, and this will play out again. And that's true, because Dark Souls 3 got released, so it did play out again. And yeah, it's the same with all. It's just same story every time with Souls games. Go and kill bosses, go and link the fire, and the cycle will repeat itself. So, I'm gonna pick up some healing item here for later. And now I'm gonna go. The bosses are like kind of far away from each other, I have to say, but it gives them some interesting, interesting level design. Really have to need that ring. So one of the things that this game makes kind of meh compared to the other games is the 8-directional movement instead of the, I think 316 Dark Souls 1 or something like that. You can only move in 8 directions, even with a controller in this game. Other than that, there is the adaptability stat, and adaptability basically gives you iframes in rolls. So if you have more of the stat, the game literally becomes easier. But it goes all the way around as well. If you have less of the stat, like if you don't know about the stat in your first playthrough, well, good luck, I guess. I don't like fighting you in this. Oh my god, don't shield. You can strafe all these attacks to the right, basically, if you're fast enough. Gets hit instantly after saying you can strafe. Classic. Thanks. Don't linger. Okay. Calculated RTSR setup, obviously. When I was saying don't linger, the hitboxes in this game kinda tend to linger from time to time. So yeah, if you roll and if your iframes are not like on point, like if you didn't level any adaptability, you can roll through some attacks and there is no way you're ever gonna survive it. It's kind of a meh feature that they went for, but this character actually has some decent adaptability to start off with, so you don't level anything at all. Other versions though start with way less, and some attacks are just literally unrollable. You're just like, well, I'm just gonna take some damage here. Right, so I killed an enemy up there in a room. That triggered the elevator, and there's gonna be an elevator right up fairly soon. And that elevator is the perfect moment to take a pee break during runs. It's not that long, but if you really need, you can use that elevator. I might have used that from once or twice. Oh, okay. Well then. Was not expecting that arrow to hit me, but it kind of worked out. And right as you arrive, the elevator is here. Can get rid of this, and now we wait. Kind of funny how everything works out. Like almost perfectly 1 million souls. You are level 123 with 40 endurance, 40 strength, 40 dex, all the soft caps. Kind of funny. Almost like it's intended to be. But then there's new skips found, and this run is now outdated. There's a new skip found that is like not even that old. and the run is now 1 minute faster. However, you kill Rotten now 5 times instead of 4, so I mean that's kind of an issue. For me at least. I think 4 times the same boss is plenty. Okay, so next up is Mirror Knight. The good thing is you can keep your RT-SAR set up if you use the Dark Sign or Homeward Bone or whatever. So that's really cool. You can set up RT-SAR and just carry it over. So here is the next boss fight called the Mirror Knight, and this is really one of those things where my controller is important. So let's hope that I can figure this out. We call him Consistent Knight for a reason. The fight is always the same, which is really, really nice. I'll wake you up. And now time for everyone's favorite area in all the Souls game ever. It's time for the Shrine of Amana. Pre 1.03 I think. This place was like a hell, with enemies shooting at you from across the map. It was kind of retarded how this could be overlooked. It still is a really, really awful place. So yeah, obviously I'm gonna take the bonfire here. I'm gonna do the killing strats for Amana, killing them. There's like 1 or 2 full gates that are really, really annoying. I'm gonna hope that the game has mercy with me. Also, let's see how good Jasper's PC is, because stable 60 FPS is kind of a must here, because of baby jumps. Right, there's an AI glitch here. If you walk around here, and you just keep following this, you can kind of just say hi to this guy and he won't notice you. It's kind of silly, but it really works out well. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna skip this bonfire. It went okay in practice, so what could possibly go wrong, right? Oh right, there's no. Can I get a little bit more sound, please? Is that possible? Oh no. Oh no. You can kind of hear those things coming. Yeah, that's way better. So that part is over now. Now comes the most terrible fog gate, without a doubt. Alright, we're gonna wait for this. There's 1 dead. With the killing strat, it's really not as bad. Or they just completely destroy you. I'm so dead. Yeah, okay. Well, this is one of those fog gates where it just can't happen to die. It's really annoying. Like, a lot of runs die here. This is like definitely a run killer. Also, it's annoying that I didn't took the bonfire. That's unfortunate. Like, you just saw what happened. Like, he just poised through my attack and went completely ham, both of them. Well, unfortunate, but not unavoidable. even if you do these threats. Hey, at least this fog gate is gone now. I guess I'm now gonna take the bonfire. Those guys don't follow me all the way. Okay. Oh, could you not do that maybe? Oh. Okay. With this guy chasing me. Yeah. Right. At least the bonfire is like right over there. Well. That's Amana for you. I was not joking when I said that this is probably the worst place in the game. And people's least favorite part by far. Like they nerfed the tracking of these things. It used to be way worse. But it's still not that you say, well, now you can just run through it easy peasy. It's still an area where you really want to be on top of your game. What the hell? Right. So let's try this again. Shooting. Alright, going for this guy again. Now let's hope they just calm down. Again with this fucking with the with the poise. Again poising through the attack. It's so annoying, but oh well. You can go with the nation now.
We just got a €1 donation from Dark saying, plop!
that. What? He curved around that? Okay. Okay. Alright, so now the Demon of Song. He has the name of Torpedo Toad in the community. And let's hope I cannot show off why he's called like that. Get one hit in there. What are you kidding me? Well, that's a Torpedo Toad for you. It's probably one of his rarest attacks. Most of the time he just does like this. Gonna jump back. Hi. Right. Well, guess we saw the infamous Torpedo Toad in the marathon. The bad thing is, like, now it doesn't really matter. But in a real run you would use the red Tearstone ring for this. And that is such an attack that is so... It's undodgeable, you just die from that. It's like getting 40 minutes into the run and then the game is saying, you know that run you got? Oh, it's dead now. It's, yeah. But you have to be prepared for stuff like that to happen. Right, so I picked up some human effigies on the way without losing any time. Which is really nice. Human effigies restore your HP by, well, like just until you're normal actually. If you die, your HP get drained, and you can go with a donation.
We just got a €4 donation from Rico saying, "Streamer, how many elephants are there on the screen?"
Please don't. Oh, the memes.
Oh.
Nice. Punch. So there's a bonfire here that I'm taking for safety, since the fog gate here is probably the second worst after Amana. It's there are strats for it, but you can still mess up, and yeah, well. Using the attack of that guy to animation cancel the bright bug. However, he attacked way too early there. And yeah, the bright bug didn't get used. Now I cannot use the bright bug since there's an NPC invader. And this game is well made, and you cannot use a bright bug for some reason. Right, let's see if the strats work. Works like a charm. Oh, now we buff inside of the fight. Oh, nice attack. Come on, give me something good, Velstad. It's not something good. Yes? Okay, that is something good. That is something bad. That's a really early buff. You can buff at 60% HP tops, and that was like 50%. Skip to full. And then that happens. Come on. Come on. Dude. What are you doing? Give me something good, please. There you go. Right. That was an interesting fight, to say the least. That's what you get for not using the red Davidson ring on him. If you use the red Davidson ring, you can get him down way faster. There are fights where red Davidson ring saves so much more time than you would think, because of the buff. So now we got the King's Ring, which is the next objective of the run. And with the King's Ring you can open certain doors. One of these doors is the one leading to late game. Well, semi-late game. Another nice feature for the auto run mechanic. At this point I have so much stamina that I can just easily navigate through the menu. Right, now we're in Aldia's keep. Aldia is like the brother of the king that once ruled these lands. Just a little lore thingy. Gonna get invaded here, but should not really get any problems. There are like a couple of NPC invaders, but most of the time you just run past them and they don't notice you. Or too late. No, he didn't notice me at all there. Good job, FromSoft. Here's a little shortcut to skip a really annoying part of the game. Yeah, okay. So you can just run over there. Normally you would have to go around, and there are people jumping out mirrors for some reason. Don't really want that. So I suddenly have this greatsword that looks like a key. You get that one from killing the torpedo toad or the demon of song, what its actual name is. I have time to do this. Just in case. Don't blame me, chat. Right, so I'm gonna use a bright bug here. Good job, man. Foot stumps. Do it, do it, do it. Nice. He only did one bite, but it was really scary. Because he can fly up if he wants to. But he didn't, luckily. He's also called Consistent Dragon because, yeah, in theory there's a consistent way of doing it. However, there are plenty of instances where he just defies everything you want him to do. So he's dead. Right, one bright bug left, 5 gold pine resin, that's fine. Using the last bright bug for the semi-last fight, and it carries over into the last fight. So let's talk a bit about the damage we're dealing here. I have the key to the embedded, which was the key I got from the boss. That key is not upgradable, so you basically have a free weapon that's already fully upgraded. Other than that, I'm wielding the Ring of Blades from like the second boss that increases my physical damage. Then I have a ring that increases my damage overall. I have another ring that increases my damage when I'm at low HP. I have a bright bug, and I have a weapon buff called the gold pine resin. So they're like, what, 5? Cannot really count. 5 items that buff your damage. And yeah, it adds up. It adds up a lot. That's another jump that saves a lot of time. However, if you fail it, then you're like kind of dead. So yeah. I'm gonna take the bonfire here because it's like really on the way. And if you talk about lingering hitboxes, then you came to the right place. The good thing about Dark Souls 2 and like so on, like Dark Souls 3 has it as well, that you don't have to reset the bonfire anymore to mark it as your last bonfire. So you can just touch it and lose like 5 seconds and be safe for the next coming area, which is really nice. Oh, nice meme. This is really... okay. I was about to say this is really lucky, but I almost got killed anyway. There was this mage guy who shoots items at you that makes you knock down, which is kind of annoying, but And these guys at the lingering hitbox I was talking about. Alright, and some decent damage as well. But I'm not dead. Right, since this is a boss area, they most of the time don't enter. Right. Buffering the dark side animation and speaking to the guy at the same time to save some time here. And we're gonna see like one of the final bosses. It's called the Giant Lord. And we have a cool jump here that hopefully will work. I'm gonna use a gesture for that. Come on. Just stand here, turn around. There we go. There we go. Copying this already. Okay, so Giant Lord. The main problem of this fight, like all fights have its good things and the bad things, right? And the good thing about this fight is the area is cool, I guess. The bad thing is that these giants can hit you, even though they're supposed to hit the mobs, which is fun. Other than that, that guy over there has the most. I think a 3-year-old designed the hitboxes, and I'm not even joking. Like, he can stomp at you, and you can stand like pretty far away, and he will still hit you. It's super stupid. No. Most of the time you can strafe his attacks though. Oh, I missed. Ah, come on. There we go. Giant Lord down. He's not really hard. Like at some points, like some fights, you just fight against where his hitbox is, and not like where his actual sword is. And this is one of those. You really have to be careful here. Right, so we're entering the final stage of the game, with some time left. I have to equip the King's Ring again. Right. So there's one of the fewer glitches in this run here, where you use auto run and you open the inventory to get somewhat infinite stamina. You have the speed of the run, but it doesn't consume stamina, so that's really, really good. Like here. At this point you can just keep running. It looks really silly, but right. So now it's time for the throne duo, the attempt of Dark Souls 2 at Ornstein and Smo, I guess. Two fights, or two enemies. That are going at you at the same time. Nice. Jumping attacks. Okay. Defender's just taking it here. Which is really, really nice. Oh fuck. He is now buffing. That was actually a good fight. And by actually good, I mean really, really good. Right, buffing again for Nashandra, which is the final fight. Even with controller problems. Well, I'm not gonna say anything. because she can really throw you. 2, 3, 4. I need the beam. Please give me the beam. Beam! Nice! And oh no! What the? Why are you not dead? Die! Right. This was the final boss. Oh boy. Oh, this was Dark Souls 2. And I hope you enjoyed it. And check the final cutscene here. And yeah, that was any percent current patch for you. It was kind of a okay run, I guess. Some silly